Hi all, welcome to Sparky's workshop, where today we are going to be installing some new front brake pads on the Suzuki SV650, this beast here. We're only going to do one side. We're going to do that side down there because doing the other side is exactly the same. No point in filming it twice. So if it's of interest to you, go grab yourself a cup of tea or a can of beer, watch the video, then you can go and do yours. Okay? Let's get into it. Right, here we are again. We're going to be removing the caliper, this one here. We're doing this side first. 2 bolts, 1, 2, 14 millimeters. Right, so let's just zoom back out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There it is. Right. I'll try not to get in the way too much. So we're going to loosen these 2 bolts. 1, 2, quite tight. You need them quite tight, you don't want the brakes falling off, do you? So they're both 14 millimeters. As I say, this job is much the same on every bike you'll ever come across, apart from the odd few. Right, so move 2 bolts, get them down there out of the way. And we just lift the caliper up a little bit. To get the caliper off, just twist it one way, then the other. Keep doing that until you push the pads back. I've already done it on this because I've had this off and cleaned it a little bit for video purposes. So take it off like so. Try not to let it hang too much on the brake pipe. There's the old pads, and as you can see, quite a bit of meat still left on them, but they are grabbing like the clappers. Every time I pull them on, they grab horribly, so I'm changing them for that reason. Right, I'm not sure if you can see in there very well. Zoom back in. Just there, where my, that's not very good, is it? Oh yeah, just there, at the end of my screwdriver, there is a little, what you would call a split pin, but it's not a split pin, it's a posh split pin. You've got to remove that, like so. Now, let's just show you that. It's one of those. Can I get in focus? Focus please, camera. Focus. Oh. There we are. One of those. It's a, would have been a split pin in the old days, but it's a posher one these days. You don't have to bend them. It grips onto the side of the pin. Right, so we'll put that over there. That then lets you release this pin, which comes right through the end of the pads. So I've already worked on these, so I don't look stupid doing a video, and I've loosened this up nicely. This was stuck like mad with road shit. So it's had, as you can see, a good clean up. Yeah, little hole through it there. So if you're picking it up on the camera, can we pick that up? Yeah, little hole through it there. That's where the pin goes through. So put that down with the pin. Then these pads are held there, where my finger is there. Oops, sorry, there on that pin. That was all crowded up as well, so nothing was moving much. So you swing that up, get it out of the way. There's the old face of that pad, and as you can see, not much of the pad has been coming into contact with the disc. So I think that's why they've been grabbing. It's more probably to do with lack of maintenance rather than it needs new pads. But I'm stripping it down, so it's having new pads anyway. So that one comes out of there, and you can only put them in one way because that one's totally different to that one. Okay, so that's the old pads out. I've already worked these pistons back when I cleaned it, or when I cleaned all this up the other day. So now what we want to do is get all the crap out of everywhere. So we get this little fella out of here, like so. That's a little thing to stop them squealing apparently. So that's that out. Yeah, and if you put everything down, as you take it out, you won't go far wrong. Now we got to that stage, what I'm going to do is gently pull the brake lever up the top here, and you'll see that the pistons move back out. So So I'm going to need to hold that one and press again. So that pushes that one out. Just so I can inspect around the piston. As you can see, there's a little bit of pitting and rubbish around there. I'll just pump the other one back out a bit. Lots of road dirt, as you can see. Again on that one. That's it. As you can see, the camera picking that up. All around the edge of this piston is crud. So we need to remove the crud. And to do that, we're just going to use some soapy water. Hot soapy water. Can't beat it. There's my bucket of water over here. As I say, I've got a tiny workshop, so you have to bear with me. We'll put that there like that. In there somewhere there's a big brush. Alright, this is what we use for cleaning the wheels normally, but we're going to use it for cleaning up in here. And you just want to get your brush in everywhere and give it a good clean up. Get all this road crap off it. Because that's what stops your pads from moving. You could use a toothbrush. Don't use your own though. Use your wife's. Don't tell her, but use hers, because this road crap tastes horrible when you do your teeth again. So. And I'm using a nice big brush. It's quicker. And while it's off, just take, clean the whole thing up. Everywhere you can get to. You wouldn't normally be able to get to. Really good clean. That's it. And just leave it there to dry naturally. And if you looked in that water, that is absolutely filthy now. So we'll leave that to dry. Be back in a minute. Right, here we are then. They're all dry now. Nice, clean, dry calipers. You see that? Yeah, you must be able to. There you go. There's the piston sticking out. Look, all nice and clean around there now. No road gunge on there. Whilst I was away, I cleaned that up as well on the little clip. Yeah, the bit that goes in there. Remember? Okay. That's back in there where it lives. It's wider on that side because obviously the piston's outside, so that pad tends to get more wear than the outside pad on this type of caliper. Other calipers have pistons both sides. Right, so here's the new pads. As I say, I didn't spend a fortune on them because I'm not going to go track days or anything like that. I'm just everyday riding, which I don't do every day. I only ride for pleasure. So they're reasonable quality. You know, they were what were they, 28 quid I think on eBay. So not a huge amount of money. So if you're on a tight budget and you don't do track days and stuff like that, you don't need fancy pads, you just need ordinary pads. Okay? So save yourself some money where you can, but obviously because it's brakes, get the best you can afford. Right, now then, the next thing you're going to need is some good old copper slip. Copper slip grease is a godsend. There we are, look, there's a tube of it. Copper slip grease, okay? It's anti-seize grease basically, and it's safe to use around the brakes, but not on the pads obviously. So we want to put some copper slip on here. We're going to put some copper slip on the pin that goes back through here. And I'm also going to put a very thin piece on these pistons so that it doesn't stick as it or seize to the actual brake pad when it goes back in. Bear with me, I'm just going to get a bit on my finger. That's why it's called copper slip, because it's a copper colour. See that? Yeah? Right. So we're going to put a little bit around these pistons. Just all the way around the edge, just to make it a non-squealy brake, shall we say, because it stops them squealing. A bit more for the other one, please. Don't need a lot of it. It's lovely stuff. It's not dear to buy. Once again, if you're doing things on a budget, you've got to, I think this tube was £3, something like that, from a local car shop. So that's all copper slipped up, ready for the new pads. Right, and the new pads will only fit one way, as we said before. Go in there, that one goes in there, yeah? Try not to touch that surface with your finger now, because you've had copper slip on it. That's a reminder to me, not you. And then to the pad, I've got the right one there. Have I got the right one there? No, I've got the wrong one there. To the pad. That's it. Goes on there, down there, and backwards like that. There we go. Just let them hang there for a minute. I've still got my little pin. Right, sorry fellas, when I was cleaning, I forgot to show you this bit. This plate here, see that plate? That goes onto this pad, okay? Like that. It should clip on there tight, but it doesn't on this one for some reason. It's most important that goes back in. So pop it on there, hold it with your finger. I've already got the other pad in place, but I'll move that out of the way like that. They're all copper slipped up, but that then goes in there. Yeah, quite simple. That one comes over the top, and then get your pin there, slide it through into the hole for the split pin, just lined up there. Pop the split pin back in. Very important job. You must put that pin back in, or you'll lose your brake pads when you're going along the road. There we are. Pins back in. That's your brake pads fitted. Well, to get it back on, it's a reverse of taking them off really. I'll have to slide my brake line up out the way a little bit. Right, so we'll line up the holes if we can. So the house probably in your way. Pop the bolts back in. Take your 40mm socket and wrench. Pinch them first. There is a torque wrench setting for these, but if you're on a budget you haven't got a torque wrench, so just gently ease them up. They bite nicely. Don't over tighten them, because you're putting steel into alley threads. There we are. Simple as that. That's your brake pads fitted. Okay. Last job. Don't fit them like this and then go rearing down the road, because what we've got to do now, with the brake pads or the brake caliper, the pads are still loose from this disc because we've pushed the pistons about. So what we've got to do is go up and up and up and up. Where is it? Up and up and up. Ah, there we are. To the brake lever up here. Look, goes right into the handlebars. You wouldn't want to be doing that, would you? As you're going down the road. So give it a few pumps once you've finished. Okay. That then is back where it should be. That's putting the pads back in position on the disc. That is the most important thing to do. Okay. So there we are. that's how to change the front brake pads on an SV650. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, whether it be in Sparky's workshop or out on a vlog ride. And whatever you ride, ride it safe. Cheers now. Bye.